Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live session tonight. And we are going to be discussing in a very fantastic way. We are going to be discussing the whole coaching thing, okay? How do you get into coaching? Now, a lot of people have issue with this, um, not because it is hard, not because it is difficult, or not because it is a strange thing to do, but because they don't realize the power that is within them. Okay. And what I mean by that power, I'm talking about the knowledge, unique experiences, abilities, and potentials within them. Okay. Knowledge, unique experiences, abilities, potentials that they harbor within. A lot of people do not know the power that they have, and that is what is keeping them from transitioning into coaching. I hope you can hear me. Please let me know if you can. Let me know if you can hear me very clearly. Comment so I'll see. And if you are watching this not from my inner circle, you can also let me know where you're watching from or how you got to see the link. You're welcome. So, like I was saying, a lot of people are being held back from this manifestation because they do not realize what they have. If you keep beating yourself down and biting yourself, shooting yourself in the legs because you think you are not enough and people are not going to listen to you, or people are not going to regard what you are saying, or because you are young, or because you are old, or because you are a woman, or because you're a man. If you keep making those excuses, the truth is every excuse counts. If you decide to make excuses, every kind of excuse you can give in this world is worthy. If you say you are young, fine, you have the excuse, it's yours. If you say you are old, it's also beautiful. You are very, very wonderful, deliciously prepared excuse. But to what end? Okay? To what end? So that is what is holding a lot of people back. They don't know what they have. That's the truth. They don't know what they have. I've met people at different points of their lives. It seemed, not that it seemed, it was obvious that these people had the answers to their questions, but they were not using those answers. What do I mean? You meet somebody who is looking for finance, who is looking for funds, money, cash, whatever you want to call it. Okay? And then you listen to them have conversations. They know so much. They speak so well. They communicate so well, yet they don't have money. And then I try to let them understand, look, this thing can be turned into cash. It's just a simple equation that should be solved by you. This thing some other person doesn't know it. Some other person cannot do this thing that you can do. You can teach them, or you can share this knowledge with that category of people and they'll be willing to pay you. And then they go, this thing, coach again. I cannot. Excuse will be flying around. Okay, if you realize the power within you, if you realize, if only you can allow yourself and permit yourself to unleash the coach within you, trust me, profit won't be far from you. Profit as a coach won't be far from you. One of the very things you must eliminate at the first level is the lack of confidence, the imposter syndrome, the fear of identifying as coach. There's nothing special about coach. There's nothing so special about coach as a title. The whole objective of that title, the meaning of the title coach, is that you help people through structured instructional learning. You help people transition from point A to point B. You help people move from point A to point B. So let's say you know how to cook egusi soup. right? And then somebody meets you, the person doesn't know how to cook egusi soup, but interacts with you within 2 or 3 days, and they become, good at cooking delicious egusi soup. You have coached them through. You are an egusi soup coach. Admit it, embrace it. Okay? You can help people solve a particular problem. You're already coaching those people. You're already coaching that person. Okay? Some of you already have that identity when it comes to coaching. You are coaching people now, but you don't know, or you have not embraced the identity. You are still afraid. Oh, I don't want people to call me coach. No, I am nobody's coach. Nobody should call me coach. That's nonsense. Okay? You should be able to embrace it first. Embrace the identity first before any other thing can come in. Okay? And like I told you earlier, this is one of the easiest things you can monetize. This is one of the easiest things you can venture into and readily turn into cash, turn into fluid. Okay? One of the easiest. So what we are going to talk about tonight is basically around clarity, around mindsets, around strategy for branding and market penetration, basically sales, how to sell yourself as a coach, and how to get opportunities as well. Okay, because one of the things that would this would do for you is that it opens the doors of opportunities. You cannot really, you see, coaching or knowledge sharing is huge advantage in this century, because a lot of people have doubts, a lot of people have trust issues. They've patronized brands that scammed them. They've bought products that ended up becoming not as they expected. They have tried out, they've registered for classes that ended up being trash, so they're just tired. If people find a great coach, they would never want to let go. Anybody who stumbles on a great coach will never want to let go. And that is your advantage. There are not many great coaches around. Believe me, there are not so many great coaches around. You will see, in your quest for knowledge, you will encounter things. You will encounter things. I have encountered, and I know you will encounter. You will pay for diverse coaching sessions, and by the time you come out, you realize I even know more than this coach. I know more than what I paid for. So why did I end up here? How did I end up here? Or you jump into a training and they finish you with definitions. You pay so much to attend a training or a boot camp, and they just use definition and English language to finish you, and then they graduate you or they push you out, whichever one. Okay, so you have to be ready for this. You have to be ready for this, and if you do it well, you will attract a lot of opportunities to yourself. If you do it well, if you decide that you're going to do this coaching thing well, you will attract a lot of opportunities to yourself. You attract a lot of people to yourself. People have problems. Now every problem is somebody's advantage. Every problem you can think of in this world is somebody's advantage. And the fact that there's a shortage, there's a debt, there's a deficiency of real substantial knowledge in our world today. A lot of what you readily find will be half-baked information. A lot of what you readily find will be half-done knowledge. So when you come with what is original, when you come out with what is premium, people will readily understand and they will be ready to commit. Okay? They will be ready to commit. Do you know that these days I meet people and I just have conversation with them and they start begging me to sign up for my coaching or mentoring program. I didn't intend to sell anything to them. Truly. It got to a point. I was so busy. I was so busy that people were coming to me, having conversations with me. They wanted my time and my attention. They were willing to pay, but I was not available. Okay. Now you have to. At some point in my life, I didn't know that time was going to come. I didn't know. There was a time I hustled. I mean, I was so eager to speak or to train or to coach and all that, and the opportunities just were not coming. But now the opportunities are coming in a way that I don't even expect. And it seems like this is a bit overwhelming. You should calm down first, you know. Now, I am selling without selling, just by being me, just by showing up in my radically authentic self, considering the level of excellence and value that I give out. Okay? Now, welcome. Oh, wow. Welcome. We have a good number of people joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you, Yano Lua Okunade. It's a pleasure to have you, Chinecherem Favor. Adamu Amina, thank you. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. Thank you very much. And my inner circle family, you're all welcome. You're all welcome. Onyx, Faith Revolution, Mercy, Grace, Ruth. I see all of you. I see all of you. Welcome. Rita Chinaza, no, welcome. So, like I was saying, it all comes down to your mind. It comes down to your mind. I want you to have a basic understanding. Once that basic understanding comes, you can manifest with a lot of authenticity, but you will command authority, you will command respect, because you know the value that you carry. See, this whole thing boils down to your identity. You as a person, you as a person, you are made up of stories, experiences, and bits and pieces of knowledge gathered from one place or another, from different environments, different situations, circumstances. There are things you have acquired that nobody else in this world has. Nobody else in this world has your unique story. See, you don't even, it's not even about going for one certification program, or some people, they think that was what part of what happened to me. That was part of the challenges I had when I was starting out. I thought to myself, I can't become a coach if I don't acquire this certificate and that certificate and do a diploma in this. I don't have a education degree. Maybe I need to do a PGDE. I was just thinking to myself so many things that did not end up making so much sense. Okay. Now, what you need to become a coach is the heart of a coach. Your unique experiences and tools that would help you unleash that inner coach excellently. I can tell you this with all certainty, with all pleasure. You can thank me later. There is a coach inside of you. The word coach is not strange. A coach is a guide. A coach is somebody who helps another person walk from one point to another, who helps somebody else set a goal and crush that goal. Okay? And when I train people, when I teach people, when I thought about personal development in the inner circle, I mean, not personal development, public speaking, you may have been expecting me to sound like, yeah, get this, memorize this script, watch this guy and look like him and do like him and fold your arms and do this and do. No. As much as all those things are good, right? As much as all those things are wonderful, sometimes you try to copy and copy and copy rules and patterns and regulations, that you forget the secret sauce called authenticity. You forget how to show up in your authentic self, dressed in your authentic regalia. You may forget those things. Okay, but it is important for you to realize how powerful you are right now, how powerful, how wonderful the experiences you've had over the years are. Your yesterday is somebody's tomorrow. Your yesterday is somebody's today. There's something you have gone through in the past that somebody else somewhere is going to go through today or tomorrow. It is your duty and your prime responsibility to help those people make the right decisions and choices. Just by the virtue of you having been in that situation. Okay? So eliminate every sense of imposter syndrome that comes with identifying as a coach. Now, when you understand this, it will be easy for you to start and test your offer. See, through this coaching, the whole coaching episode, for those of you in the inner circle, you will get to the end of it. I'm going to teach you everything it takes. I mean, I'm going to teach you I'm going to show you my workings. The way they say show your workings in mathematics when you write exam, or and I'll show you my workings. I'll show you exactly how I've done it over the years. I'll show you the tools I've used. And the truth is, most of what I've used, they are very simple tools. I've done trainings like this in the past. But this time around, I've gotten a lot of knowledge. I'll call it upgraded knowledge. Knowledge comes in sequence. It's just like revelations. Some things are revealed in sequences. Hmm? So at certain depths of insight and knowledge, there are some things you may not know. There are some things you may be laboring so much over, but you don't know that all you need for that particular situation is an exalted form of knowledge. It's not knowledge, it's not ordinary knowledge. You need an exalted, that another knowledge in another realm. What do I mean? Now, there are things you may not be able to understand now. There are problems you may not be able to solve now, right? But you don't know that that problem will automatically solve itself. Meaning that there are things you'll figure out along the line by default, by just walking. There are things you'll figure out. Okay? There are things I've been able to figure out along the line that one of those things is sometimes we are under so much pressure to perform, right? We're under so much pressure to perform. We feel like, oh, why are these people not calling me for this? Why am I not being invited? Welcome, Carlo Nestor. Why am I not being honored duly? I want to speak here, but nobody's inviting me. I want to do this and all that. Now, you keep lamenting to yourself, not knowing that what you are looking for is a function of circle and time. What you are looking for is a function of circle and time. Maybe visibility, but majorly the kind of circle you are visible to. If I want to appear in churches to speak with church leaders or church members, if I want to do stuff with churches, who do I need to connect with? Church executives and their leaders, their pastors. That's about circle. I need to find a way to break into that circle. And by the time they know what I'm good at, by the time they understand my prowess, they would be able to invite me. Oh, I have this in my church. Come and speak. I have this group of women. Come and speak. Meanwhile, this is something I would have been laboring and thinking of how to go about. Okay. Now, on the other side of it, the visibility angle. Who am I visible to? What am I doing to be visible to more people who may need my service? Okay. Do I have to run ads? Do I have to do influencer marketing? Do I have to do this or that? What am I doing really to be visible? I wanted to teach you something. I called it how to build an omnipresent brand on social media. So I've noticed some people who are doing things like that. I've noticed what's her name again? This lady, she's very popular now on the Instagram space. Something Niger brand chick. Yes, Niger brand chick. She's a friend. I'm trying to remember her name. If you remember the name, just mention it in the comment section. She's very close with Choma Ifanyeze. They are like the two best friends of social media. Now, she's building an omnipresent brand. She's on Instagram, she's doing well. She's on Facebook, she's doing well. She's on LinkedIn, which is not usual for people of her caliber. Most of these people who are into marketing in Nigeria, who are into branding and all that, they are usually so strong on Instagram, but when you come to LinkedIn, they don't really have a presence on LinkedIn, because most people will tell you LinkedIn is professional, people that submit CV, people that are looking for a job, blah blah blah. But she's being strategic about the kind of influence she's thank you very much. Thank you so much. Nelly Abogo, thank you. Now she's being intentional about the kind of circles she's penetrating. She's being intentional about being hotly visible, being omnipresent. Now, it doesn't take so much. Sometimes you think it's going to take time. It doesn't take so much. So now my WhatsApp is wired to connect directly with my Facebook stories. I'm giving you hot strategies now. My WhatsApp, when I post on my WhatsApp status, boom, it appears on my Facebook stories. I post on WhatsApp status, Facebook stories. Now, when I'm done posting on my WhatsApp status, I copy the post sometimes. If you check my recent posts on Facebook, you may see that some of them are copied from my status. So I copy the posts, put them together, and I make it a Facebook post. My Facebook is automatically connected to my Instagram. So sometimes when I post on Facebook with a picture, it automatically appears on Instagram. I don't even have to edit anything. Or if I post on Instagram, it automatically asks me if I want to share on Facebook, and I share. Now, with that, I copy that same post. Within 5 minutes, I'm done. I copy the same post. I go to LinkedIn and I post it on LinkedIn. I don't care whether it's just two people that are viewing or just my mother, my uncle, and my auntie. No, I don't care. But at least I know three people is better than zero. And I drop it there. I don't like Twitter. I don't post on Twitter anymore. But like, I'm just giving you a strategy that I'm using to develop my visibility. So people have reached out to me on LinkedIn because they saw my posts. They've reached out to me to become a mentee, become a coachee, whatever, for me to help them with something or to speak at their event just because they saw my post on LinkedIn. It popped up their feed, they read it, they went to read my about me on LinkedIn, which is the longest about me I have on social media. Is on LinkedIn because gives me that space to talk so many things about myself. Okay, maybe on Facebook, yeah, my pin post on Facebook. So the you know, I do that, and then there's another side. There's another side. The part of unpredictability. There's something you can't predict. There's something that comes with just embracing the journey. The journey on its own, the journey on its own, just embracing it. The fact that a lot of people you know now may not need the kind of value that you offer. At a point I got frustrated. It was as if I was doing so much, I was learning so much for the high class of people. Was learning premium sales, ethical sales, persuasion, public speaking, exceptional leadership, and all that. What. But it seemed like whenever I post, I check the people who view my post and react to my post. It's like I keep attracting the younger people. I mean, the younger people are always viewing my post, right? But I came to realize something. Apart from the fact that I'm intentionally breaking into networks that I want to serve, I've realized something. These things will come with time by default. You see, some of the influencers you admire now, some of the biggest names you admire, when they started their journey, they did worse than you are doing now. When they start, some of them, their life started at 30. Some of them, they started getting clarity at 38, 40, and now they are doing well. Now, don't you understand that a lot of them are doing well because they have access to a network that can pay them? If you are just 26, 27, 28, there's a higher likelihood that most of the people in your network are around that age range. Okay? They are the kind of people you would be attracting. They are the ones in your classrooms, they are your friends. So most of the time, they may not be able to afford what you are offering. But as you advance in age, in your career, whatever, the kind of people you're exposed to, it begins to change. As a young woman now, people may not really have, the kind of people you are attracting around yourself, they may not really have the capacity to pay you what you think you're worth. But in the next 3, 4, 5 years, some of them are going to be married to alajis. To the richest Alhajis in town. Some of them are going to be building their own empires. They have their grand visions that they are building. They have businesses that they are running. Some of them have jobs. And that's why when it comes to Facebook marketing, if you target people of 16 to 22, you will have a different result. This will be the ones who would most likely engage more on your post. They will engage, they will comment to, I'm interested. The training is 100K. You have 100 comments of I'm interested. Nobody paid. Nobody paid. They are the ones who are going to be hot blooded. They're going to be engaging, liking, commenting. But when you start targeting from 30 to 50, now you are targeting people of employable age. So there's a higher likelihood that these people have paying power, at least to an extent. Okay, there's a higher likelihood that these people you are targeting have a higher sense of responsibility. Now, by virtue, even if you are not advertising, by virtue of growth, by virtue of allowing nature take its course, the fact that you are growing, now people have that bias that you even understand what they are going through, just by the virtue of age. You know, I've experienced some things. I am building a community for women. Now, one of my biggest challenges with that community, currently I have about 80 moms in that community. Now, one of my biggest challenges with that is I'm a guy. I'm a young man. I'm not married. I've never been a woman in my life, and I don't ever want to be a woman in my life. I mean, God made me a man, and I'm happy to be a man. You know, now, I've never given birth. I've never gone to the hospital to put to bed. So, in as much as I know a lot about women's health, about working with women, mental health, and all that, there's still a limitation somewhere. There's still a gap somewhere. That if I were to be an older woman, I know the amount of impact I would have made in that space. Is this clear to you? Is this making sense at all? Okay. So I'm just saying all these things for you to not be overwhelmed by the fact that you are not seeing what you want right now. But you should now strategically start planning your way into the success that you desire. Okay? Strategically start planning your way into that success. Now, see yourself as someone who carries value. There's something you have that the world is hungry for. No matter what level you think you are right now, there's something you have that the world is hungry for in any format. They don't even mind. Let it come out raw, they will consume. To be honest, people are waiting for you to manifest. They are waiting eagerly for you. They are not looking for your most refined self. Believe you me, I am not in my most refined form yet. No, no. What I'm doing here, even tonight, this is not my most refined form. But you are here with me. It's not stupidity. There's something you are seeing that is making you stay. There's something that you are seeing that is making you hang around. That's the same way it is. There's something you have that somebody else somewhere needs and recognizes the value in you. They are willing to pay. See, don't think to yourself, this is something else that we do sometimes. We shortchange our own destinies sometimes by underestimating what is around us and thinking from a perspective of scarcity, not abundance. You've not even started the kind coaching. You're already thinking to yourself, this Nigeria, this one, everybody is broke, nobody's going to pay me. What am I going to do? People don't have money, the economy this, economy that. No. I can assure you, it's not everybody that this economy is affecting. It may be affecting everybody, but it's not affecting everybody the same way. In fact, some people are even benefiting from the economy. Some people are gaining from the economy. It is left for you to strategically navigate towards the people who can afford what you are offering strategically and not complain. Okay, you need the mindset of a coach for you to penetrate this industry. And the truth is this: when I say mindset of a coach, I don't want you to be confused, or I don't want you to be, thinking, oh, coach, that sounds okay, coach, premium coach, whatever. What I'm saying simply is this: you need to have the mindset of a teacher. Mhm. You need to have the mindset of a teacher until you come to the point where you can actually teach people and they understand and they are willing to take action. You have not started coaching. You can't call yourself a coach. No matter the amount of certifications you feel you've garnered, if you like, pack a Ghana must go bag filled with certifications in neuro linguistic programming, cognitive behavioral therapy, whatever you think you are packing. If you are not able to communicate your ideas, your thoughts, your knowledge to somebody else, and that knowledge you are communicating will help that person solve a particular problem in their life, or move from a particular point to another, or crush a particular goal, you've not started. If you've not gotten there, if you can't get there, you are not doing anything meaningful. You need the mindset of a teacher. You need the mind and the attribute of a teacher. You need to coach from the heart. You need to coach from the heart, not just the head. It's easy to just step out there and regurgitate things, regurgitate information, because I mean, you know that I have to coach. I have to coach to make money. So everybody's now coach, everybody. Somebody just goes, acquires one certification and comes out online to start making noise and charging money. No, you need, let it flow from within. I don't coach from my head only. I coach with my heart. I look at my client or my learners or people who are looking up to me, who I am meant to be, helping with that knowledge. And I know that this person is human. This person needs this information. This person is at a vulnerable state. So I should not abuse that relationship. Okay. Some people, they get you into their program and they start insult. They finish with insults. I've seen that. Hey God. I've paid through my eyes, my nose, my mouth, everywhere. I've paid for programs. And I joined the training and I'm like, does this guy even know that I am a human being? Does he think that maybe he thinks it's a goat that just paid 25K for this class? It's a goat. So they were using insults and lambast my head. I'm like, calm down now. Ah, ah. Small thing, they would drag you. I'm like, this is, you are, this, you are meant to be communicating grace to the people that you teach, the people that you coach, not coming to blast them with insults. Imagine if I come here today and I'll start shouting, the reason why you are poor is because your parents are poor. All of you are poor in your family, and poverty. What for? It's not necessary. It's not necessary. See, you don't need to disempower people before you empower them. No. Mm-mm. You don't need to destroy people before you build them up. No. You don't need to crush my soul before you enable me. Mm-mm. You need a lot of empathy to make a great coach. Okay? Now, one of the secrets I'm going to give you, particularly if you are starting out, you intend to start out, okay? Better test. Better test. Test out your offer. Use the simplest tools you can think of. Huh? Use the simplest tools you can think of. Test out your offer. Get people. Maybe offer 2 days or 1 day coaching program. I did a lot of free coaching sessions when I started. Okay, I got people on clarity calls. I still have my book here. Let me even turn on my camera and show you. I have my book here. Now, this book here, this is the book. This book has been with me since 2020, right? And in this book, I I have a lot of I have a lot of people. In fact, the first page I'm seeing in this book is a mentorship call with somebody. The names are here. I developed a framework for my clarity sessions. Okay. Now, yes. Now, I developed a framework. Now, what do I ask in that call? I'm going to teach you this quickly. There are four basic things. Okay. Now, there's a biodata aspect where I get to know the person. Okay, what do you do? Where do you stay? What work do you do? Are you a student or stuff like that? And the next thing is desire. Like desire. What do you want to do? What is that you are hungry to do? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to become in life? Okay, that strong, powerful desire is usually a pointer, and it helps me to know how to direct my coaching to that person. Now, the next thing I ask the person is, this desire noted. I write a lot of things down there, and then challenge. What has been holding you from actually manifesting that desire? What has been holding you from becoming what you want to become, what you have longed to become? And then, from there, I ask them about the skills they have that can get them a step closer to their dreams. What skills do you possess? What do you have? Okay, that can bring you a step closer. Now, what else do I even ask? Okay, then I get into the clarity aspect. Okay, and that is the clarity, then the solution, and then the offer. Now, I'm going to break this down for you, or I'll tell you why I did this. Now, with this framework, I interviewed a lot of people. A lot of people came to me for free, and I got them on call. Some of them 1 hour, some 2 hours, some 3 freaking hours of clarity call. Like, I literally sacrificed my life on a platter for these people. And while I was helping them, I was developing myself. I was gaining more insight. I was understanding people's pains and problems. I had interviewed almost 100 different people before I launched my inner circle. Now, I have a lot of people's names here, a lot, like from different parts of the world, from India, from the US, from Canada, from Trinidad and Tobago. I had a long list of people that I had interviewed. It made me understand how they think, how people think, and what challenges people are going through. Okay. Now, after all that, I knew where I should focus for my own learning as a coach. I knew the majority of the people's problems that were coming, people who were coming to me, I knew their major problem. I had it in my palms. I was not in a hurry to launch something. I was not in a hurry to manifest. I was not in a hurry to do anything. I went to go and dig deeper. So, for anyone I encounter their problem, my going back, I don't ever want to be, okay, let me not put it that way, but I don't usually love to be surprised by people's problems. I love to have a reaction that goes, okay, that's your problem. I know how to solve it. That's my kind of person. So, for those of them who came, it was a pleasure for me to go and dig deeper and find out how to help them solve those problems that they have. Okay, now that's what I call beta testing. BETA, then testing, beta testing. Beta test your offer. Create a group or a platform for what you offer. Okay, for what you want to offer. Get people, let them join. Invite guests, invite people, let them join. If it's one-on-one, fine. If it's group, fine. Let them join. Offer them value. See their reaction. Test their from their feedback. From the feedback, you will know. When you give somebody, if you invite a guest to your house, and you serve them food, after they eat the food, if the food you give them is not sweet, you will know. If it is also sweet, you will know. If it's sweet, you will know. Because even if they don't say thank you, There's a way they will tell you. They don't have to speak to tell you. Somebody comes to your house and eats your food, and then next thing, madam, I would like another plate too. This is feedback. But somebody comes, eats your food, remains like half of the food on the plate, and they are telling you, "Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you so much." And you're like, hope you like the food." And they're like, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. I'm filled." You didn't ask them if they are filled. You asked them if they like the food, and they are like, "Thank you, no, thank you, man. We thank God. I mean, all food na food." You you know that you have cooked some dangerous things. Okay, so when you better test, you get to better understand what you're offering, and when you've done this many times, you have more faith in your product, more faith in your offer. Your confidence level automatically rises. Why? You have helped a lot of people overcome this challenge. You have helped a lot of people in this angle. There are people I sat with for 3 good hours, 3+ good hours, navigating their own problem, solving their own problem, offering them clarity. By the time I was done, I knew that power Oh God. So somebody called me and it kind of disrupted my session. But I'm back now. Okay. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. So good. That's one of the things that you should do. Better test your offer. Can you hear me clearly? Okay, good. Good. Okay. I'm trying to reconnect this so I can plug in my device. Good. So, like I was saying, you need to test. Okay. You need to test what you are offering. Good. Thank you very much for the feedback. You need to test what you are offering. Okay. Offer it to people, see their responses, see their feedback. Okay. Get to understand their problem. See, for those people who met me in the past and they booked consulting calls with me, they booked clarity calls with me, and I stayed for hours with them. Sir, can I pick your brain for 3 minutes? And from 3 minutes brain picking, it turns to 2 hours, and I'm still pouring and pouring. I don't regret any single bit of it. Those people helped me. Yes, they helped me. Why? I still have some of their testimonials. One, two, they gave me insight as to what their problems were. Now, do you know market research is hard? Market research is very hard. When you have the leverage to gather people together in a group, teach them and ask them, what are your problems, what are your challenges, ask me questions, and they are asking and asking and asking. See, you organize a training today, and then you get people in, you train them, and it's question and answer time. They ask you questions. You have like 6 7 different questions. Do you know that your response to those 6 7 questions could make a coaching program? Do you know that your response to those 6 7 questions could make an entire ebook? One person represents 1,000. Every one person you are going to provide services or value to represents more than 1,000 people, if possible millions of people. Now it is hard to get people to send feedback. That's why if you're doing market survey, imagine there's a program that I attended. I was the community manager for that event. I know what it took. I entered the DMs of close to 70 people to send form. Only about 9 or 10 people filled that freaking form. It broke my heart. Now we are trying to get the whole form across all the people in the community. Only 3 people have filled for us to get their feedback. Only 3. Do you know how hard it is to get people to give you their information, especially their personal information? It's so difficult. But now you have the leverage to organize a training, get people, teach them something, and then they ask you questions because they want to learn from you. They tell you their problems openly, and you get a lot of feedback from them. Okay, so I have here with me the catalog of a lot of people. And the truth is this: if I decide that I want to start reaching out to them individually, it's still easy for me. It's something I can do. It's still easy. I can decide to just pick up this, go through the journal, find those people who, I offered clarity, and just decide to reach out to them and ask how they are doing, and ask if what we discussed, if they have started, building around it, if it's making sense already. And believe you me, a lot of people are still going to be almost the same way they came because they didn't take action. Okay, so those people at this point, they may be able to afford what I'm offering, and they may have even forgotten we had a conversation until I come again. Okay, so that is it. Now back to mindset. I hope that now you are ready to answer, coach. I hope you have made peace with yourself with that title. This is not, see, any one of you who I mistakenly hear it from, that somebody calls you coach and you deny it, or you tell the person, please don't call me coach, oh, I'm not anybody's coach. I would not be happy with you. To be honest, I won't be happy with you. The title coach didn't fall from the sky. The truth is, you may not be comfortable calling yourself coach. That's okay. But people will confirm you what your identity is. I didn't start calling myself coach. I didn't start out calling myself coach. No, I didn't start with personal development coach. I graduated myself to the point my mindset could carry me. I started with personal development advocate. And in fact, I started with personal development enthusiast. From enthusiast, I started calling myself advocate. I had organized a couple of training programs, boot camps, and people were like, wow, this is nice. My coach CJ, like coach CJ again. I graduated to advocate, and it got to a point I was like, okay, this is time to formalize this. Let me use the title coach. I thought that all heavens will fall and hell will break loose when I put coach in my name, but it really didn't feel any different. Nobody came to beat me. Nobody came to attack me for using coaching. I mean, nobody. Now, I'll still teach you some things that you should do, because this night is about clarity. It's about, mindset. It's about strategy. Okay. At some point, I had to, I embraced that title for myself. I knew I was here to help people, not necessarily for just fun that I'm answering coach. That title coach is a mandate. That title coach is a mandate. It's sacrifice. Okay, so if you want to wear it with honor. Wear it as a badge of honor. Be ready for it. It got to a point that I knew, okay, let me formalize this a bit. I went ahead to go and start doing certification programs. That's also one of the things that you can do to help yourself gain more credibility in your industry. Find areas you would want to penetrate. Look for coaching programs in those areas. Go for the coaching programs. Get more understanding. The truth is, a lot of times, one thing with certification programs is the things you are going to be learning. The things you're going to be learning in those certification programs are probably things you already know, but still do it. I did certification programs. I learned a lot of things that I already know. In fact, I will just be taking courses and shouting. I'll be taking my course and I'm shouting, hey, I thought this one is unique to me. I thought this is my concept. There was a concept I developed. I called it threshold expansion technique for overcoming issues with self-confidence, developing your self-worth, or even for public speaking, for those who still fidget, those who still shake when they come on stage, those who are still affected by the fear of public speaking. So I developed a framework I call the threshold expansion technique. And what does it mean? Human beings function at an executive level within thresholds. What do I mean executive level? Functioning, like speaking, like engaging, like communicating, like talking and all that. Okay, something you've not done before, you would usually be afraid to do it for the first time or the second time or the third time. Something you've not been doing for a while. So what did I now do? From my observation of my own life, I knew that I overcame the fear of public speaking by speaking in public often and on. I would raise my hands in class and answer questions, whether it's right or wrong. If you like, laugh at me, I'll join you. We'll all laugh at myself and we make the day. I became the class comedian. Before the teacher is done asking the question, my hands are up. Well, 95% of the time I would answer correctly. And the remaining 5% of the time that I don't answer correctly, I answer total nonsense. Bull crap. Like I talk rubbish. But not minding that I talk rubbish, I still am willing to talk the nonsense because I was ready to fight this fear till the last beat. I was ready, and I knew the only secret to fighting that fear would be to embrace the fear and journey with it. Do it afraid. So I'll raise my hands and I'll keep doing that. I'll keep doing that. Okay, now I have conquered the fear of speaking in front of my classmates. Let me go and make an announcement in front of more people. Let me do this in front of more people. I kept on engaging and engaging and engaging until the point I mastered that art. So you bring me in front of hundreds of students, 300 students, 400 students, and I address them. I speak, I train, and I do my thing, and it's fun. I'm no longer afraid. Okay, and I realized, okay, now it's time to graduate. Let me move higher. I started penetrating some circles. It got to a point that I presented a startup in an executive class. I mean, this was a class filled with people who were paying 60K, 70K for that particular training. So the founder gave me the leverage. I don't know what to call it, opportunity or whatever, to present his startup in front of that group of people. And I stood in front of these people and started presenting the startup. I was amazed at the fact that I didn't feel a single, the slightest form of fear. They will tell you that public speakers, even the best public speakers, have stage fright when they come on stage. It's a lie. You will get to a point where you have exceeded a certain threshold that you will need another higher threshold to get you excited or to make you feel nervous. So at that point, I knew I had conquered that threshold. There was something more. I didn't know what that more was, but I was willing to go for it. Okay, so I looked at that model and I gave it a sweet name, threshold expansion technique. I was waiting so that maybe when I get money, when I get so wealthy, I'll now go and start patenting most of my ideas and concepts. Then I was taking this life coaching course, and I saw that the same thing I thought belonged to me was even a common concept, and they gave it their own name. They called it exposure therapy. Hey God. They called it exposure therapy. I was angry. I saw that particular one. I was like, it's enough. It's enough. I thought I founded this. I thought I developed it. Why are you telling me the same exact thing? So that means something special that I was planning to go and cook up one thesis around, and but that is life for you. Sometimes you will get to relearn the things that you are learning now. Sometimes too, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn those things. It doesn't mean that it's worthless. No, it's a way of confirming the value that you have, and it's a way of endorsing your unique experiences. Okay, so you now know what direction to do, what direction to go. Does it make sense? Is this making sense? Okay, so if it's making sense, let me know in the comments. If it's making sense, maybe you should hit the like button. Okay, So, like I was saying, let me know who is still here with me. Who is still here with me? Who is still here with me? Say something in comments. Okay, say something in the comment section. We'll be rounding up very soon. Don't worry. Say something in the comment section if you are still here with me. I'm sharing a lot of things this night. Okay, so gain clarity. Okay, discover what you want to do, who you want to serve. Sometimes it's also by doing this free programs or free one-on-one consulting sessions that you will know where you want to focus on. You know, the conventional thought and idea in the world today, everybody is saying pick a niche. That's the conventional thought. Just pick one thing and focus on it. The truth is, you can pick one thing and collapse. You can just go and pick one random thing and decide to build and build and build. You go build tire. You will build and build and build till you are exhausted. Not study and analyze your market. You didn't analyze your market. You don't know what they want. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they need. You don't know what their fears are. You know, these days I sell effortlessly. Like if I want to sell to somebody, if I want to sell an idea or sell a dream, I know. See, when I'm working with mothers, because I've worked with a, I know their challenges, I know their fears, I know their pain points, I know how to get them. You know, the oh, thank you very much, Dave, Nestor. The regular the regular growth minded mom, hmm, feels frustrated by the fact that they are doing a lot for family. They are doing a lot for their husbands, for their children, you know, and they forget themselves in the process. They are not, they don't feel like they are growing personally. Okay. And they know they have a lot of value to offer. I'm giving you I'm giving you an insight from my years of experience, value and experience to offer, but they don't know how to make it make sense. They don't know how to formalize and structuralize it. Hmm? Now, they don't also have time. They are busy cleaning the child's bum and changing the pampers, busy cleaning the house, busy cooking, busy doing this and busy doing that. Now, when I talk to them, I don't talk to them from a perspective of, oh, I am going to give you 1,000 videos to watch. I'm going to do this and do that, or this is how it's going to be. You know, no, no, no. I create something tailored to what they desire. Okay, I create something that would enable them. I have sales conversation with people and they wonder whether I am a prophet. You know, sometimes I say some things and it sounds like prophecy. It's not necessarily prophecy. I've talked to like seven, I mean, seven different people with almost the same life story. I've helped almost 50 different people that share similar patterns of experiences with you. So somehow, the fact that when you got on a call with me and then you talked in a certain way, you spoke with a certain voice, with a certain pitch, I am already querying, I'm already suspecting that you would be interested in radio presenting, or you will be interested in podcasting, or you would like to become a public speaker, you would like to develop your public speaking skills. So when I say things like that, they're like, wow, how do you know? I have worked with so many people like you. That's how I know. Okay, so that is an advantage because I've done this over and over again. So it's by engaging people sometimes that you will know who you want to work with. You will know your ideal customer persona. You will know what your customers look like. What are their challenges? What keeps them up at night? There are some things that they don't even see. It's by engaging them that you will find out those things. Hmm. By working with women, I have heard so many things. I've heard things so heavy for my head to handle. I've heard things so heavy that I feel sometimes I just feel old. After having some conversations, I feel like my hair is turning gray, and my beard, they're all changing to white. But I look at the mirror and I see all black. I don't know what's going on. But like at that point, I feel so old. You know, at a point, a lady called me. She needed insight. She wanted me to help solve a problem going on in the marriage of her friend. You can imagine. I was the one begging this woman, please leave me alone. I am not married. I can't help. And to be honest, I don't have experience solving marital issues. I'm not a marriage or relationship coach. I'm not even in a relationship. The way I wash hand like pilot, like a pilot, and ran as fast as my legs could carry me. She caught me. Oh. She was like, no, no, coach, please don't tell me this. I know you must have wisdom for. I'm like, ha, hey, it's coaching I say I want to do. I didn't say I want to die on the cross for people. It's coaching I want to do. Coach, I know you have insight. Just say anything. Just say a word. Just say something. Ha! I shall finally said something with disclaimers. If you see me giving high sounding disclaimers, at the end of the day, she was appreciating me, thanking me, and she was like, "Please go and marry, so that you'll be helping us solve problems." And I was like, "Ah, I should go and marry." Not so I will enjoy my marriage so that I will have experience to now be helping others solve issues in their marriages. No, no, no. Auntie, no, I'm not interested in that one. Foul play. But that is it. Okay, that is it. I have worked with so many people that I feel I understand their pains. Like when people meet me and they start telling me their problems, I already know where they are going. I understand it. Okay, so that is a gift. Use it. Work with a lot of people, understand them at least. See, some people are so in a hurry to manifest, they're so in a hurry to launch things. You can launch out of hurry, out of pressure, and you launch nonsense. Huh? So please test your offer. It doesn't have to be so long, it doesn't have to take you years, it doesn't have to take you years. Leverage is the answer. It can take you 2 days, it can take you 3 days, it can take you a week. So now that you understand the angle, the power of leverage, you can decide to organize trainings. Get as many people as 500, 1,000. You should not organize any training now and have any free training and have less than 500 people join. At a point of my life, I made it a rule. Why? I understood the language of leverage. You can be organizing training every year. You organize training and host 200 people, and you are proud that you are doing something. Meanwhile, somebody else somewhere organizes a training, gathers 2,000 people every month. 2,000 people every month, and they do something worthwhile. And you spend 1 year packing 200 people per month, or even 20 people per month. So at the end of the year, you have like 200 people that you've trained and you're happy. Use leverage wherever you can find it. Okay, understudy your audience. Build, 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 keep building. Okay, now, like I was saying, that's one of the ways you will find clarity with who you want to work with, right? Now, the second thing is um is strategy. That issue, whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever fear, whatever lack of confidence, anything. Sometimes, and two, you have to understand that you 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 need competence to become confident. You need competence to become confident. Competence precedes confidence. That's something I always tell you. You cannot be confident doing nonsense. You can't be confident doing rubbish. You have to grow, you have to build. Sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the time, if not all the time, as long as the competence has been taken, doing, your shoulders will rise high. You know where you are and where you are going. You know the value that you have. Me, like this, even as a physiotherapist,
I know the value I have. Currently, I'm getting offers. I just finished my 1 year internship program, post graduation uh, program in the National Hospital Abuja, and I've gotten like four different offers of people who want me to come and work with them. Four different offers, you know. And I used to be a very timid person, but now I don't even know what it feels like to be timid anymore. I don't know. I can't relate what timidity looks like. I can't relate. You know, be good at what you are doing. Be good at what you do. Dig deep. Acquire that value. Let it be tangible. People will come running to you. You'll be the one making choices. Is it making sense? Tell me. Are you following me tonight? Are you here with me? Thank you very much. Rita, you said you read some of my posts so that you, yeah, I've posted I've made quite a lot of content around that area, relationship and all that. Um, yeah, we thank God for the wisdom. so, yeah, good. Mhm. So who is with me? Mm-hmm. I can see Emmanuel. I can see Rita. I can see Gift. I can see Carlo Nestor. Good, good. So I've talked about mindset. Whatever is holding you down, whatever is holding you back, please kick that thing away. You are not too young, you are not too old. You're not too young or old. Okay? You are you are in fact you are being nurtured. You are currently undergoing the school of experience, the school of life. And your experiences matter. Your experiences matter. Your experiences count. Okay? There are a lot of things that people will not find on the pages of books. They won't find it in online courses. They will find it from your unique life design and your unique life experiences. What you are going through right now, the pains that you are even experiencing, the circumstances around your birth, around your growth, around your education, whatever, that is what is making up your story. And that is what a lot of people are going to be coming for in the future. Is that clear? That is what a lot of people are going to be coming for. So embrace it. Embrace your identity. Dig deep within and build. Okay. Now, when it comes to the other part, which is strategies for branding and market penetration, many times I've said this, but I'll say it again. I'll keep bringing it into your head. Penetrate premium circles. Penetrate premium circles. Learn to start paying premium for your knowledge. I mean, prioritize your knowledge. Prioritize what goes into your mind and your brain, because these two things will feed your pocket for life. These two things will feed your pocket for life. You know, anywhere, any part of the world I go to now, I know I won't be stranded. I know I won't be a newbie anywhere in the world. I know. I know that awareness is there. You know, people would always threaten people who want to travel out. They'll tell you, you've forgotten that a lizard in Nigeria is a lizard abroad. Blah, blah, blah. Why do you want to go out of the country? Why do you want to travel? Nonsense. If you want to travel, in my opinion, if you want to travel, travel. If you feel like that's a better environment for you, suitable for what you want to do, you want a place where they will not be taking light in the middle of your live session with Coach CJ. If you want a place where you know that you will not all of a sudden your network will trip off in the midst of an international interview, your network will just go off and you come back in shame. If you know that's not what you want, if you know you want a good road network somewhere you can step your foot on zebra crossing and every car will stop and allow you to pass, if you know that's what you are looking for, if you know you are looking for peace of mind and it's not in Nigeria, please go. Find your place somewhere else. Don't judge yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Okay, so they use things like that to hold people down, and they use it to tie people to some mental bondage. uh, why you There's no need to japa, why are you japaing? And if you check, sometimes the people who are pushing some of these things are people who have gone abroad. They've done what they want to do there. They've done a lot of things there, and then they've come back to Nigeria to spend some of the euros and the dollars in a place where they know that the conversion rate will favor them, and they'll still go out later again. They'll still go out again, but they are telling you to stay, not to go. A lizard in Nigeria is a lizard in America. Did I tell you I'm a lizard? I'm a king. I'm a lion here. If I go out, I'll be another lion in cold weather. I'll be a lion. I'll still be a lion, but it will be in cold weather. Whether it's cold or hot, I don't even mind. Okay. So I'm just saying, I'm just bringing this into perspective. Okay. Now, um, you have to penetrate circles and pay premium for your knowledge. Okay, that's where we will start. The goal of this whole coaching thing for you is not just for you to come out and be organizing 2K classes, 1K classes. Those ones, they are part of the equation. You can do that. There's nothing bad about it. Okay, but the goal of this is for you to get to a point where you are earning comfortably well from doing what you love, and that is coaching. You are earning very well for doing what you enjoy doing, and that is teaching other people what you know, coaching. Okay, so if you want to penetrate the biggest market, find your strategies. One of the strategies will be paying for it. It may cost you a lot, but you have to pay. There's a premium membership somewhere that you can afford. It's going to cost you something. It's going to pay you, but remember that Coach CJ said on this mentoring call that you should take that bold step. Take the step, join that circle, whether it's Full Gospel Businessmen Fellowship or Toastmasters Club or whichever club, whatever thing that's going to help you stay up to date with your industry, connect with other industry leaders who have that purchasing power. Do that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Now, as you do that, learn what it takes to be there. Learn what it takes to serve the people that you would want to coach. See, when you interview people and find out their problems, also find out the problems of people who can afford what you want to charge. At the end of the day, people who can pay you premium, what's their problem? See, if you don't understand, if you don't understand the disease of rich people, you will be a poor doctor. Mm. If you don't know the disease of the rich and how to cure them, you may end up a poor doctor. Sorry. You may be passionate, you may be philanthropic, you may be doing so much, mm, but you'll be a poor doctor. Okay? So you have to be intentional about the kind of circles you are breaking into, the kind of things you are doing, the kind of books you are reading, the kind of courses you are taking. Because what you do with coaching is that people's problems become your problem. Okay? People's pains become your pain. Now, if my client cannot sell, if my client is not happy, I shouldn't be happy. If my client is broke, if my client is not making money, I should not be comfortable. I have not, if that is part of the contract, I will not be happy watching them go through that. No, there's no way I would be happy. Okay, so you you need to break into that circle and understand their problems. Then you go and develop those problems, turn those problems into solutions in your head, and then offer it as a package. So when I interacted with big people, when I interacted with business owners and people at executive level, I began to find out that most of them, the problem they have is time management. The problem they have is sales. The problem they have is, marketing and delegation and leadership structure and all that. And I decided to go and start learning. I have gone places. I have gone around for just to acquire knowledge. This past few months, I have gone round. At a point, I was exhausted. I'd paid a lot of money. I'd paid a lot of money. The fact that people will see me in some events. I mean, people will see me trying to register for an event or something, and they feel like I have money. They feel like I have a lot of useless millions lying around somewhere in one account that I'm not using. CJ, you are paying for a training of 50K, you're paying for dinner of 50K, and you want to do what? You are paying for book, buying book, 30, one book, 30K, one book, 20K. Why are you doing all these things? You want to pass yourself. What's wrong with you? But it's strategic. I'm doing something both to my mind and my atmosphere. Okay? Now, I get to break into these circles and I get to understand their problems. And the more I understand their problems, the more I go to prepare. I go to prepare more. Now, when I come out and I speak, I don't speak as if I'm just one young person that came out of nowhere. No, the experience is glaring. The other day, I met someone that I connected with, and the person gave me a handshake. That was at my club, an invited guest. Gave me a handshake and said, Chijoke, Chijoke, thank you for all the things you post on your status. We see all those things. Thank you very much for all those things. The kind of, it made me feel so good. So this category of person is reading my status and is finding it valuable. Something has changed. Something has changed. I'm no longer coming to tell people, you can make money from your knowledge. You can turn this thing to ebook and sell it for 1K. You can. My audience changed. My tone changed. The way I teach, the way I speak, everything has got to follow. But remember, it all began from the mind. It all began from the mind. That's where we started this whole thing, from the mind. Then we talked about clarity and then strategy. Okay, break into these circles, serve them if you can, serve the circle, serve the circle, nurture the circle. Okay, Linda, you're welcome. So that's it. I'll be rounding off very shortly. I'll be rounding off in the next 3 minutes. Okay, so you can ask questions. If anyone's got question at this point, anyone got questions at this point, drop it. Because the truth is, as much as I want this to be structured, I want you to ask questions. I want to lead this whole session with questions. Okay, ask me your questions. It could be anything. If you want to come up stage, you can come up stage. Let me even drop the link. Okay, it could be anything that you want to ask, anything at all. Be rest assured that I will answer you. Okay, be rest assured I will answer you. So we are talking about mindset, clarity, strategy for building brand and penetrating markets. Okay, at this point you should be thinking of how to improve your visuals. It's not everything about you that should go online. I mean, it's not everything about you that should be online on the public space. Okay, don't mind the way I'm just twisting my camera up and down. So like I was saying, um it's not everything that should be out there for public view. It's not everybody who tags you on a post that you should allow people to see publicly. There are tags I delete. Some people tag me on their post and they think I would repost it or I will accept the tag. I will generally go and untag myself without any trouble. I'll just go and untag. It's not me you will kill. You post nonsense on your timeline. and you tag me. Why are you tagging me? Remove me from that nonsense. So you have to be intentional about your imagery, your brand perception. The truth is this: people can never pay you more than they perceive you are worth. Mm-mm. People can never pay you more than they perceive you are worth. So whatever you can do to increase your surface value as well, do it. Okay? Improve improve yourself all round. Improve your branding, your appearance, okay? Your perception, your perceived value. Okay? So all those things are very important. How can one coordinate their learning so it doesn't become so overwhelming? Take it a bit at a time. Take it a bit at a time. Let me see if I'll find something. I'll show you something. You can use to-do list. You can use what is it called? To-do list and um planners. Okay. Timetables, planners, calendars, all these tools that help make life easy. But I have a simple framework, a simple book, not framework. I have a simple book, and what I do with this book is I write down things that I want to do, courses I want to take. And once I complete the course, I tick it out. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I did. I think that was around 2020 or so. Don't put yourself under pressure. Don't put yourself under pressure. Now, now look at this. Look at this. Okay. Um, I'm coming. Look at this here. Can you see this? Can you see this? Okay, this is what it looks like. Yeah. Now this circle stuff that you are seeing at the end of the book. This circle. Now what I do with that circle is for any course I complete, I'll come to the circle and I'll tick it. Okay. My camera should be showing by now. I come to the circle and I tick that circle. Yeah. Let me show you somewhere else I did something like that. So I mhm. So I'm not under pressure. I'm not under pressure to what is it called? To finish all these things. No. In fact, most of these courses you are seeing here, most of them, you see, I didn't even finish them. I didn't tick them. Zero. Nothing inside there. Because as at that time I was shacking with these things. I thought I'll finish all of them. I gave myself targets that this year I'm going to do all these courses. There are like 50 different courses I put here. I'm like, okay, let's go. Well, later on I found out and I didn't have to. I didn't really have to. Okay. So you can decide. Now let me show you this another one. This is my to-do list. One of the days during the lockdown, I guess. Okay, look at what it looks like. Let me look for it. Let me look for someone that would interest you. Okay. Now look at what it looks like on a Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. graphics designing course, right? And I did the course. I took the classes. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. meeting with AFAM. Now this AFAM is my friend. We plan to collaborate and do something together. It was a health talk then on COVID-19 prevention and blah blah blah. Now 1:30 to 3 p.m. proofread
I don't know what the heck I said I was going to proofread, but I ticked it. It means I did the proofreading. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. public speaking, Allison. So that public speaking, I did that, the course. So I meant to take the course through that period. Now, 6 to 8 p.m., Allison Diploma. I don't even remember what that is, and I didn't even take it. Now, 8 p.m. to infinity. I used infinity is like till daybreak or till I sleep. Sometimes TDB is not actually TDB, it's till sleep comes, TSC. uh So, 8 to that TSC, project chapter 2 of my undergraduate project. That's how I programmed myself. So there are like 5 activities or 6 at most here that I wanted to do. Now, you can decide to do it that way, okay? But don't cluster things. You know what you need to learn. Plan it into your life, okay? That maybe every 2 months or every 1 month, this particular course is what you're going to do. Don't worry about how clear it is. I'm sorry, Thor. I'm sorry. I can't turn my back camera. It would have been better, but I don't know how to. I don't think it's a feature on StreamYard. So, like I was saying, I had to, you know, take it bit by bit. So I know that okay, this is what I need. Oh, CBT or NLP or whatever. And I tell myself I'm going to give this 14 days. I'm going to give this 20 days. I'm going to give this 10 days, depending on the volume of the program, the amount of work I have to do there. Good evening, Francis. Good evening. Yeah, I'm glad to have you too. I'm glad to have you here. So depending on the amount of work I have to do, depending on the amount of study I have to do, maybe the course is like a 7 hours course or a 10 hours course or a 12 hours course. So I give myself like 14 days or 15 days, at least 30 minutes every day or at least 1 hour every day. I'll bring out and I'll actively take this course till I finish it. Sometimes what I do is fire brigade. Okay. So I will pick up a book. I will not leave that book till I finish it. I won't leave it. Anywhere I'm going, that book must be in my bag. Whether I'll read it or not is nobody's business, but that book will be in my hand. Same thing with courses on online courses. There's some course once I start it, eh, I will not even allow that app to go down on my phone. It has to be running. So anywhere I come, I'll go back there. I know my continuation. I know where it's. In fact, it automatically continues from where I stopped. Okay. So I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. So you keep pushing and pushing and pushing till you are done with one. When you are done with one, you acquire the next one. You go for the next one. Build and build and build. When you are done with that one, you are done. You build on the next one. Okay? But don't try to overwhelm yourself. Don't try to carry all the weight on your head and just be overzealous about the whole thing. No. It doesn't work that way, okay? Take it bit by bit. Take it bit by bit. Be angry, be aggressive with your growth, but still be realistic on top of the aggression. If not, you'll be angry for nothing. So, that's it. That's it. Any more question? Maybe one. Hope I answered your question. Hope I answered your question, Rita. Okay. Do you have plan for unforeseen occurrences? Yes, yes. Now, how I make time for unforeseen occurrences is by not jam packing my to-do list. Some people go and add 15 things to their to-do list. It's unreasonable. Most of the time, it's unreasonable. It's unrealistic. You will not achieve that 15 different things, and you end up getting tired by like the third day, and you will throw the to-do list away. Now, there are two things you can do from here. You can decide to start using to not do lists, right? I do to not do lists. It doesn't necessarily have to be written. I'm not saying you should follow me, but like there are many things I don't do. By not doing those many things, it helps me create time, make out time for the things that I really want to do. the things that I love to do and have to do. Now, on the other side, I make up I make up for I plan for unforeseen circumstances by by okay, I think I've said that already. I've said that already. Okay. I choose like 4, 5 most important activities for that day, and those are the things I'll do. Okay. Those are the things I'll do. Instead of writing 20 different things, I'll just write the top 5, top 6, you know, and then I will come there, spend time, and then I'll go. Yeah. I almost don't even know what I'm saying again. This man is exhausted. Let me end the session tonight here before I start speaking another language that nobody understands. So I hope you got value for tonight's session. We'll still continue this. We'll still continue this. Get your questions ready. Okay. Get your questions ready. Be ready to ask a lot of questions. See, the truth is, sometimes it's in asking that you actually get the answer. It's in the asking of questions that you get a lot of answers. A lot of answers. Okay. So feel free to come in here next week. We may have another meeting within the week, even before Friday, so that we can cover up. Okay. So but that notwithstanding, feel free to come around and learn, glean, ask your questions. Okay. So ask a lot of questions and you are rest assured I'll answer. So have a nice night rest. Have a wonderful night rest. Okay. Oh, we've done a lot tonight. We've done a lot tonight. And I hope to get feedback from you all. Okay. If there's something you didn't get clearly, you can also drop it in the inner circle. Drop it in the inner circle. Yes, and for those who are yet to join the inner circle, if you are here and you are watching and you love what you are seeing, you would want to see more of me, um, feel free to come to my DM. Come to my DM and ask. Okay, ask and it shall be given unto you when you pay. Some people may not expect that second part, but that is it. It's what it is. So if you are looking forward to joining my inner circle, you would want to be partaking in these sessions frequently. We are moving. It's a moving train. It's a moving train. So when you are inside, you will enjoy it more. Because you will know the direction we are going. You know where we are going per time. So if this is something that appeals to you, if it's something you want to do with me on a long term, to hold your hands and walk you through the journey of personal and professional development, then let's go do it. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it together. And be rest assured you're going to win. So feel free to reach out to me if you want to join the inner circle. We've done so much and we will keep doing so much. Okay. If you don't want to miss the coming sessions, you want to be part of it, reach out to me today, tonight, and I'll take it off from there. Okay. So yes, happy Saturday in advance. So good. Absolutely. When you pay, you also pay attention. This is one of the things I did to myself recently that I love. I pay. I pay. And that's why people cannot come and pick my brain again. You cannot just jump out of nowhere and pick my brain. It's impossible. Do you know how much I have invested in this brain that you want to pick like beans? It's not going to work. Okay. So that's it. Prioritize paying for knowledge that you consider important. Prioritize that. So have a wonderful night rest, everyone. Bye. Come to my DM. Yes, come to my DM and share feedback. Okay. If you really enjoyed the session tonight, come to my DM and share feedback. But if you didn't enjoy the session tonight, no, don't worry. Don't worry. Just fold your arms and be happy. Okay. So good night. Good night. Have a wonderful night rest, you all. Bye.